Hello everyone, this is basically another one of my Wolvon highlight videos featuring one of the other leads and the second half of the duo of Kevin and Dorothy, which is Dorothy. And basically this is for my novel Wolvon, which is currently available on Amazon.com in both paperback and ebook formats. There'll be links in the description as always. And there's of course a free preview with the ebook. Just click on the picture and you will go straight to the preview. Also, if you have Kindle Unlimited, it's available there too for now. And also, the two disclaimers. The first one is that any of the pictures or artwork you see in here, photos and whatnot, these are not, besides the cover itself, these are not official artwork per se. I don't claim them or anything like that. They're basically just estimations of what I'm going for in terms of appearance and feel of these characters, and give you something nice to look at. And also, for the sake of protecting the story, I will act as if every character I speak of will survive the outcome of the story, which is not guaranteed, but I will act like they are, just to keep anything from spoilers or anything like that happening. Alright, let's get started. Dorothy Majors, her being her full name, is basically a American woman, blonde hair, pretty busty, and pretty athletic, and is basically kind of has a look and vibe of a biker chick, and she likes motorcycles and things of that nature. And she's roughly about mid to late 20s physically, but in terms of actual lifespan, being Wolvon and all, it's not currently revealed yet, and I'm still kind of hammering that out, to be honest with you. And of course, she is a member of a Wolvon pack, and she is very experienced in being a Wolvon. She's been one for quite some time. Her task, her job, is to retrieve individuals that are called lost ones. That basically are people who have been bitten or turned by accident or on purpose and kind of left in the cold, and they're Wolvons and they're lost. They don't know what the hell's going on. So their task on retrieving these people and kind of bringing them back to the pack, and helping them and making them part of the group, and also to kind of guide them and anything they need to know and things of that nature, but mostly for retrieval service. Bring them in, bring them back, keep them alive, stuff like that. She basically finds herself in a mission in New York to retrieve several lost ones, and primarily is focused on a particular case that is basically leading her to someone who's been, accused or has committed murder, and retrieving them is quite difficult because they're trying to avoid getting this individual in the prison system, which is not something they want happening. And this kind of chase, leads her to run into a lot of dangerous things, and way more than what she bargained for. But she's steadfast and determined to, to bring someone back with them as part of their mission. Dorothy is basically the one who kind of brought Kevin into the fold, and because she saw something in him that was a little reminiscent of herself when she was younger, and she couldn't help but take a liking to him, and eventually brought him into the fold and brought him into the pack, and basically is the one that's been guiding him and the one that turned him, basically. And they've, over the course of that relationship, they've grown quite close and are currently a couple. And she always has a lot of compassion for him and understanding, but is also in this mentor role and sometimes worries, and is very smart and very capable. She kind of has a little bit of a blind spot with him, because sometimes she'll take more risks than normal to protect him or to give him more chances than she's allowed to, and to take more chances and keeping things from hurting him or things like that. So sometimes she's a little bit too protective, but at the same time she understands that he needs to grow, he needs to mature on his own, but at times it's for her it can be easier said than done. I think what inspired me kind of to make her, obviously, it starts with the same thing I said about Kevin, with needing those characters that are seasoned and experienced and know what it's like to be a Wolvon, and have lived with it for a while, and kind of can be, a guide for the characters and the readers to the actual, world, and to, pack life and all those other things, and kind of showing you that side of the coin, because there's always going to be characters in the story that are kind of representatives of their group or faction or that particular way of life, and she is basically part of the representation of living as a Wolvon pack, being experienced, and all those things. And also, I always always like having the idea of kind of having like the cute, attractive, muscular, hot blonde. Because, like, why the hell not, So, the biker chick thing, I just felt like I wanted to do. I just thought it was cool and a little bit different. And plus, there's little things about her backstory I'm probably going to add around that background. Potential, gang connections to basically, motorcycle gangs and all that. She never could be officially part of the gang, but, being with someone who was. And all those things I've been mulling over in my head for quite some time. Also, of course, like I mentioned before, to kind of have a character who was already in a very loving, caring relationship, something very positive and something very good-natured, and to have a more compassionate character who's also still very tough, but it's very sweet and considerate, but is ready to do what needs to be done if need be. But to really explore kind of romance and the positivity of it, and the concept of people supporting each other and all those things, and because pack life isn't just something you do by yourself, you do it in a group. And she kind of is the perfect poster child for that kind of mindset, that kind of mentality, and that kind of world. And I really like the idea of making characters who, yes, they are strong and stuff, but they possess compassion, they have blind spots because they care about certain people too much, or they sometimes might get in over their head, but they just keep going. And everybody needs to have flaws. It's just the way it is, and that's the way it should always be. I don't think strength needs to always come with like this stoic or mean or angry or egotistical, I'm better than you bullshit. And that's not what she is. Like, Dorothy is not obsessed with being better than other people. Like, she's a survivor, and she takes care of her own. A couple of things I'd like to explore with this character going forward. Obviously, she's always going to be tied to being in a pack, and she's always going to have that connection with Kevin and the romance and all those aspects, and a lot of things like that. So that's always going to be something I'm going to explore. But I'm also looking to explore her past a little bit more, where she came from, what made her the way she is, how was she turned, and what is it that makes pack life so appealing to her and so gung-ho about it. And seeing how that past and where she came from and all that influences her future, and all those kind of things. And also kind of seeing her play off of individuals that don't share the same philosophies as her, that have more selfish goals and selfish aims, or come from different groups or factions, and kind of seeing her play off of that. Well, that's another one that can. So next one I'm going to be going over is the lead of the last chapter / story in the book, which is Christopher Mercado. Hopefully I didn't butcher that last name. He's basically on the cover of the book on the right side, as you see in the in this picture. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be going over next. Obviously, I already said the book's on Amazon, so I'm not going to repeat myself there. Hopefully, also, there's going to be a link in the description to the video I did ways back, the interview about what is Wolvon. Give you a little more details about the generalized story, what I'm aiming for, and stuff of that nature. So I'm going to try to include a link in the description for that too, along with the links for where to get the book and where to get the preview, which is the ebook one. If you just want to check out the preview, go to the ebook and click on the picture, and then there you go. You'll see it. It's the preview tends to format it a little differently because of that's just the nature of like ebooks and digital crap. So yeah, pretty much. Thanks again for a moment of your time, and hopefully you'll want to go on this journey with me. And hope to see you guys around. Comment if you want to. Any kind of feedback is great. So, all right. See you around.